and that sense that we'd rehearsed the song and we just felt it, and we knew the ups and we knew we just knew we'd all thought about it and talked about it enough that when we performed it, we just lived it. And he didn't have to do it, except maybe we'd all cut off together. But other than that, the look was the look, and you knew what the look was. And I still try to do that with my theater companies now, is like, let's talk about it and rehearse it, but when we do it, let's do it, and let's feel it and not over-technicalize what we're doing. We want to live our performance and be in agreement and feel each other around us. So the intention and the connection is that we felt. As a choir, we literally held hands and breathed together, and I still use that like every day. And, to get high school kids pumped up about singing in German by memory entire Bach motets, that's its own sort of miracle. So thank you. And, of course, there was DT, so we had to have something for Mr. Ross, and so he became TR. Teacher number 3, Andre Lamour, well, we weren't allowed to abbreviate Andre. There's no abbreviating Andre. He was and is a piece of work. He called me up today and he said, "Shawnee Poo, I've hurt my back. I cannot attend, but be good." And that sentence is Andre in so many great ways. But what I take, Andre was, he's bigger than life, like many theatrical people are. But to me, I learned so many skills that I wish professionals had to this day. We could run lines to Death of a Salesman in 15 minutes. Every line, every word perfect, and if we didn't, we started over. Because when he was mad at us, he'd go, "Okay, run the lines," and we'd go like, "There was a guy in a house, and I said this," but we did it fast, and it seemed like busy work. It seemed ridiculous. It seemed like a punishment, but it was actually a skill he was teaching us about just rote memorization. Get the things under your tongue. When you're in theater, you have to speak. It has to come out. We can't do what I'm doing now, which is, garbling stuff. And so we could race through that. And we were, so we got to be good, we got to be fast, we got to be loud. And once we were that and we had energy and everything else, then he would start pulling us back into a real performance. But first we had like energy and intensity. I remember my parents saying sometimes, "How do you like the play?" It's like, "Well, I heard every word." It's like, they were drama critics, yes. But we had even if we weren't good, we had energy and we had passion and we had attack, and so many times that actually can be a substitute for being good until you get good. It's at least something. He taught us to have something, and then he was the expert and he would shape us. And one of my favorite things is I do it now, and I'm not happy about it, I don't think, but I direct like Andre Lamour. They can't sit next to me at plays now because Andre, he probably doesn't even know this, but he lived each actor, so he's out in the house watching us rehearse, and he'd be like, and like I find myself, I can't sit by people when I'm watching my shows because I'm acting it out with them, and I breathe every breath. But it's like, I love that intensity is stuck in me, and I think a lot of that was Andre. And just in, I'm nearly done. One of my favorite moments was Andre used to come into the band room when we were rehearsing for years and years and years, and he'd just put a chair up against the wall and just close his eyes, and it was like he breathed in the music. He didn't just like kids because he liked them for being actors. He loved the artist, and he loved the smell of music, and the whole thing. And we used to have a nice little world there with the choir and the band, and my one soapbox moment here is like, a school like this deserves a real auditorium. One of the things that every student who's ever graduated from this high school has never had is a big senior musical where all the departments get together and work together and learn a skill. Many people who will never perform on stage again in their life have the experience of their lifetime doing a senior musical. So I hope this community someday, I just walked into the little theater. What is it, 100 seats? It's tiny. We did some amazing shows in there. But so anyhow, I think these people that I've listed at length here have so much more to do with me being up here than me being up here. I feel fortunate to have so many people sort of launch me onto other experiences that I've been incredibly lucky to have as a professional and just as a human being. So the other F I wanted to mention was the future, because I feel like I'm hopefully mid-stride. I'm currently retired, as we say in show business, meaning I don't know what the next show is, but I'm pretty sure there will be one, and I'm looking forward to working on that and many more in the future. I have a tremendous partner in Tony, and we have businesses that we run, and I have a odd, exotic, unexpected life. I think maybe you mentioned, Wayne, that you end up doing not exactly what you ever thought you'd be doing, and I'm doing that a lot in my life, and it's really cool. It's not what you expect, but you tackle it with many of the skills that you use for whatever you really think you know in life. So I'm really honored by this. I hope that I keep doing you proud, and yeah, the sense of Brainerdness in me, if I wanted to get rid of it, I can't. I thank all the friends who've come here and friends that I will now make. And it's really a cool thing. I hope you keep going with this Hall of Fame, and I would love to continue to be a part of it in some way. So thank you.
Thank you, Shawn.